What's up YouTube, it's Chris and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to start a YouTube channel. Now I assume you're here because you want to know the real business mechanics behind a successful channel and not so much like the technical aspect of actually creating a channel. But if you are here for that, let's walk through that real quick. First you want to go to youtube.com. There you go. You're going to want to log in or create a Gmail. If you don't worry about it, it'll take you through that. I'm going to go to switch account. This is the only option it's going to give me because I already have multiple channels. And I'm going to go down to add account. After I do that, you're going to want to click create account. Don't click next, click create account. And then it'll ask you for yourself or to manage your business. I'll just say for myself. And then once you get to the screen, you're going to just fill out the information and it pretty much just goes from there. It's very, very simple. They're asking you for basic information. You just give them that and then you have an account. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. Some things that a lot of people don't understand is that it takes a ton of research to start a YouTube channel. The first thing you want to do is to pick a theme or a niche. Think about all the things that you're naturally good at. Think about your hobbies. Think of something that you thoroughly enjoy because you're going to be doing this for years and years to come, hopefully, and you want to make sure that you continue to enjoy it all those years that you're doing it. Alright, so now that we've finished step one, which is pick a niche, let me know what some of your ideas are. Go ahead and comment below in the comment section, and I'll let you know whether I think that they're scalable, sustainable, and maybe we can collab on some videos in the future. The other thing you want to do is ask yourself this list of questions. First, how long will I like this? That kind of goes back to the hobbies and, your natural talents. You want to pick something that you're going to like doing for a long time. Some people might recognize me as being Sneaker Dad. I had a successful YouTube channel. I was one of the original shoe tubers. But, I'm in my mid-30s now and I don't even really wear sneakers like that anymore. It's just not something that I could just do forever. I lost interest and so I just, had to abandon ship on that. So you want to make sure the thing that you pick is not really a fad for you or just something that you're into because of your age or circumstance or whatever. You want to think of something that you can do forever. So always be forward thinking when you're coming up with your niche. The second question you want to ask yourself is, how much time will it take to make these videos? Okay. Now that was one thing about me being Sneaker Dad. I could crank those videos out like it was nothing. But, I actually wanted to create a car channel and I actually am going to still do it. And I have a ton of footage, but oh my God, editing those videos are ridiculous. They take so much time, unlike the shoe videos, and everyone struggles in the beginning. Editing is a big deal in the beginning, but it got to the point where I got so natural and comfortable in front of the camera and I just knew my stuff. That I would make a 15-minute video with no cuts. So, the shoe videos were very easy. So you need to consider that. Because if it takes you a day to edit your video, that's going to cut into, that's a day you can't film. So you want to think of those things. And when it comes to YouTube, being able to upload consistently is key. The third question you want to ask yourself is it sustainable? Going back to Sneaker Dad again. Pretty much every video that I made cost me $200. I had to buy a pair of shoes to review. Now, I was selling those shoes, so it was okay, but you gotta consider that. Is it sustainable? I thought of starting a Things That Really Work channel. I came up with that concept more than 10 years ago, but I would test various products, like a lot of as seen on TV products, just to see if they really work, and I make reviews, and then I post videos about them and so forth. But the problem with that was, I'm just buying a bunch of stuff, and these things I can't exactly sell. They're not in demand. If I bought a pair of shoes for $200, I might be able to sell them for $350. So that was a nice working, business plan, but not just spending money. Okay, you have a finite amount of money that you can spend, so you want to make sure it's sustainable. And then finally, the fourth question you want to ask yourself is it scalable? Okay, I see a lot of channels here that talk about, or let's talk about the beauty channels. Okay, there's only so many hairstyles you can do. There's only so many. My wife and I tried to create a channel where we would do vegan recipes. I mean, it's only so many vegan recipes that's good. I mean, that's like a year's worth of content, and after that, I mean, we're just kind of making up stuff now. And that's why you see a lot of YouTubers they're running out of content. So they just kind of recycle things or spin things or come up with something kind of weird and crazy. So you want to make sure the thing is scalable. All right? So that's that step. Now, the second step, okay, we've got steps and then other little things in between them. You want to find other channels with the similar or with a similar niche as yours, okay? And study them, all right? How many subscribers do they have? Okay, most of you are doing this for money, okay? Not totally for money, but you're doing it because it's something you like and it can take care of you and your family. So that's a win-win situation. So you want to make sure whatever it is you're doing, can pay the bills. So you need to really find someone else that's doing what you want to do and see if they're successful. Look at their subscribers. Look at how their channel grows. Look at the content that they make. One thing I like to do is check their videos, and I go to their videos. You can only do this on a laptop that I know of or a computer, and I list them from oldest to newest, and I want to go and see where did they blow up, like what were their views looking like in the beginning. And a lot of YouTubers go back and delete their old videos, but some of them don't, and you kind of see the trend, and from that you kind of gauge a little bit. This is not guaranteed, but you kind of gauge how long it'll take for you to be successful, and when the subscribers and stuff will start rolling in. And if you do it right, it'll always happen faster for you, because we'll move into the next step. You'll see what I mean. The next thing you want to do is, like I said, check their content, check their subscribers. You want to, as far as their content goes, you want to see what they do well and what they don't do well. And the things that they don't do well, you want to fix that. So you look at what they do well and you do that too. And then look at the things that they don't do well and you fix it. That will automatically give you a leg up over them when it comes to how they first started off. The other thing you want to do is check their tags. You want to look at their keywords, the keywords that they use. You want to see how they structure their thumbnails. And that's a whole nother video. That goes beyond the scope of this video. Right now, I just want to give you the how-to on how to plan for it, because there's a lot of planning that goes into this if you want to be successful. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of see what's working for them, and then you do it. But you got to do it with your own style. For example, I have a video that I've posted, I think maybe a year or two ago, on this very channel, actually showing people how to change their differential fluid on their Land Cruiser or LX470. And at the end of the video, I actually linked to Chris Fix. Chris Fix has some slightly different methods, because he's using a different car, and everybody has different cars. Some cars don't have drain plugs, some do. And he has different methods. So it makes sense for me to send traffic his way, keeping them on YouTube, which is another thing. Don't be arrogant and act like you have all the answers and you're the end all be all for how to do this topic and then leave YouTube, go outside and go for a walk. No, you want to kind of keep people on YouTube if you can. If you really do it well, you can keep people watching your own videos, but I don't care. I like to kind of collaborate and help people out, send people their way, and then some people can send people my way. So that's just how it works. You want to keep people on YouTube, so it doesn't make sense to make real long videos trying to cover all the topics. Some other people are just going to do things better than you, and that's okay. You want to have a collaborative mentality. The next step, make a list of all the videos you want to make, okay? So this will help you figure out whether your channel is scalable or not. Alright, see, my camera just died, or SD card, I don't know. It's going to always be some things that pop up. Don't let those things discourage you from getting your channel and getting your videos up, okay? So what I was saying was, make a list of all the potential videos you can make. Don't spend a ton of time on it, but this is a very important step. If you can only come up with like 10 or 15 videos, and you completely draw a blank after that, you might want to revisit step one and come up with a new niche, because it's probably not scalable. So that's what you want to do. You want to come up with a concept that you might get to, let's say, 10 videos, and you're like, look, I could just keep going with this. I could do this, I could do that, I could do that, I could do that. Okay, now you've got a good niche, all right? And so now you can move on to the next thing. You want to make sure that your videos are relevant to the channel, okay? So don't try to be a mixed bag. If you are going to be talking about like financial things, talk about financial things. You can talk about other topics related to finances. Just make sure everything is related and on the same topic. Don't try to mix fixing on cars and skincare. It doesn't make sense. It kind of confuses the audience. And I know that YouTube has playlists where you could essentially become a network and have different things, but it doesn't highlight it in such a way that it makes it easy for your followers to really navigate through that. So stick to one thing, okay? And that's why you also see a lot of other YouTubers that have multiple channels. So stick to one thing. And the next thing after that is, once you determine what your niche is, you know it's scalable and sustainable, you can do it, it's going to be fun, you love it, you need to get started, all right? You need equipment. Now, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to get it done right, and then I'll go over alternatives. So first, you'll need editing software, okay? You're going to need editing software. You're going to need a powerful laptop, just because rendering video is no joke. Don't get an Ultrabook like I'm using right now. I got a little Ultrabook to take notes. I always take notes. A lot of people, I think everybody does. It just, the way they edit it doesn't seem like, because you don't see them look. I don't care. I take notes. I like for you to see that I'm reading my notes. So you don't want an Ultrabook, okay? It creates too much heat when you render videos, and you'll fry this thing, and these things are expensive. I have a MacBook Pro that I use, that I edit video on, and I also have just a big gaming laptop. I like those, the Windows-based gaming laptops, because they're very powerful and they're cheap. So I will go that route. You also need a camera, obviously, or a camcorder. I'm a big fan of using, if you're making video, get a camcorder. I'm a huge fan of that, because it's going to make the best quality video. Now, if you're a photographer, you for real a photographer, then yeah, you might want to get a camera that can do both. But I'm a firm believer in getting a camcorder for video and a camera for taking pictures. You need lighting. That's it. You need lighting, you need a microphone, and something to take notes with. Now, if you can't afford all those things and you want to do it on a budget, there are there's free editing software out there that you can take advantage of. And then, simply put, you can use your cell phone. Most cell phones these days have a pretty good camera. They have editing software on them. You can completely create a YouTube channel and sustain it from a phone. I don't recommend it long term, but you can do it. And it's enough to get you started. As far as lighting, open up a window, go outside, do it in the sun, and that's the best lighting you can get. And as far as taking notes, I mean, pen and paper, man. If you don't have pen and paper, I don't know what to tell you, but use your phone. Use your phone and take notes. And that's pretty much it. If you thought this video was helpful, go ahead and punch that like button for me. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to have a lot more content like this. And again, I'm here to help you guys. Let's help one another. And I'll see you next time.